documents that we wanted people to have on the banister right here as you leave. Please grab one of everything that's there as you leave. And please, by all means, take advantage of the DVD material.
This week. Up until then, he had been promising to pursue impeachment hearings, and I would hope that you would perhaps surmise as to what is really going on with Conyers. Was he threatened by Pelosi for removal of his chairmanship, or what's going on?
Okay. My take on this is as follows. I think that the Democrats in Congress have made a calculated political decision that if they can possibly keep Cheney and Bush in office until November 2008, because those two are so unpopular, the Democrats will sweep the elections. And they might be right. But there are more important things than partisan politics. There's a year and a half left in which these fascists occupying the White House can do even more damage than they've done so far. They can get us into yet another war against Iran. And if that happens, we may also be fighting Russia and China. This could be the end of the United States as we know it. We've got to take that opportunity away from them. Also, I think pursuing impeachment, whether it succeeds or not, is essential in order to warn future presidents that they can't become a dictator and then be allowed to serve out their time and retire to a ranch in Paraguay or something. We will take them down, and they must know that. Third, I think we must pursue impeachment in order to let the people of the world know that we Americans do not support the evil that has been done in our nation. And finally, there's a reason in here. This Constitution in Article 2, Section 4 does not say the President and Vice President may be removed for office for high crimes and misdemeanors. It says they shall be removed from office. I believe that those in Congress who do not support impeachment of those who have so blatantly violated their oath of office and created and committed such horrible crimes that those members of Congress themselves are violating their oath of office and should be out. And we have to tell them so. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Dr. Bowman, had a nice time with you last night. But I want to ask a question from the point of view of the average American that you're trying to reach. Is there any barometer or any? I teach sociology, so I'm always looking for indicators or variables. What kind of impact are you having with the common American? I mean, is there any reason for us to be hopeful? I mean, are there things that we should be looking for? Are there any indicators that we should be looking for here in Worcester, in our local area? I mean, what is the barometer reading with respect to the impact of the powerful message that you've been given across America so far? Is there any way for us to tell where we are?
Well, it's hard to say on one hand, but on the other, like today I was on the Jack Blood show for an hour. This goes all across the country. We had people calling in from Indiana and Ohio and Texas and all over. I think things are really moving. But it'd be better to ask the people out here. I have made converts. There have been people come to my talk that left knowing stuff they didn't know before and motivated to do things they wouldn't do before. And, whether or not we're making any difference really depends on these folks out here and what they're going to go out and do. And I hope it does make a difference, because I'm not going to take back America. You are. You are. That's all I can say as an answer. But I think things are moving. I've even converted some of our kids, and they're, really, really gung-ho evangelical Christians that have just praised Bush, and he could do no wrong. Well, how can he do anything wrong? He goes to prayer breakfast every morning, By the way, if there is anything I resent, it's this administration making Christian a dirty word, which they have done, and sullying the name of Jesus. I myself am a Christian, a priest, a bishop, and I really resent it, because these folks are making a mockery of our religion by pretending to adhere to it and then doing such evil. And I think many of the evangelical Christians are starting to wake up and realize that they have not taken over the Republican Party. The Republican Party has taken over them, and is snickering behind their backs. And I think they're waking up to that. And I hope that the evangelical Christians, it dawns on them someday that if you read the Gospels, in there Jesus never says a word about homosexuality or abortion. But he had a lot to say about greed, abuse of power, corruption, and hypocrisy in government and religion. And I think the Christian church went very wrong 1,600 years ago at the time of Constantine, when they came out of the catacombs and into the halls of power, gave up following the nonviolent Jesus, and started joining Caesar's army. And ever since then, most of the Christian churches have been following the Pharisees instead of Jesus, and have been serving Caesar and not God. So, but anyway, I think we're making progress even with them. Yes, sir.
Do you remember a moment, or what catalyzed you, or what propelled you to this whole action, on your part? Was it decided to get up and go around the country? I mean, there are a lot of people who might get it, but they don't go that far. And
Well,
was there something that precipitated, this action on your part?
yeah, it goes back 25 years. Because I directed all of the Star Wars programs under Ford and Carter. When I retired, Carter was still president. I felt quite good about what we had accomplished. I believed in the old motto of the Strategic Air Command, even though I was never in SAC. Peace is our profession. I believed that that's what we in the military were doing. We were protecting the American people by preventing nuclear war. Well, Reagan came along, and in with him came the crazies